First of all, who are you calling a bitch? And then you talking about somebody acting stingy with their cooch? This is mine, buddy. This is my cooch. I do what I want with my cooch. If I don't want to give it to you, I don't have to give it to you. Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, you do that. You do that. And then, alright, friend. Hopefully next time, you come and you on time for everything else.
Persevere, then get back at it again. I said it twice, I hope you got it. I won't say it again. Talk to him. I got a podcast for that. Wanna talk business? I got contracts for that. Hey, 99 problems, got one answer for that. God, it's gonna work out. I drop gems just for that. Yeah.
What's good? Candy Cane gang. Gang. It's your girl Kane. What's good, y'all? What's poppin'? What's cracking? How you doing? How you been? It's another story time. None of the names used in this story time belong to any of these people. Their names are being changed to protect their privacy. The names are being changed to protect the privacy of the trifling and not the innocent. Alright, y'all. Happy Vlogtober. It's October 1st. I'm going to try and put out as many videos as I can this whole entire Vlogtober. So I'm going to be flooding y'all and rushing y'all, okay? So this story time takes place in Atlanta, Georgia, y'all. This is the Atlanta Friends, okay? I had two friends in Atlanta. They were in like the cooking business. One of them, I ended up getting really close to them, and now they're like a sister to me. And this other one that we're going to speak about in this video, I kind of, distanced myself away from her. So we're going to call this friend Kyra. Shout out to all the Kyras out there, okay? So Kyra, like I said, Kyra was in the cooking business. She was very good with cooking, okay? She was very good with pastries, cookies. Then she was very good with, like, dishes. Like, she was just really good at cooking, okay? So she has started a little cooking business. She had, like, a goal. She aspired to be, like, a personal chef. She liked to do, like, food prep bowls where you prep the food to eat every day. She was, like, into a little bit of everything dealing with cooking-wise, y'all. So there were times where Kyra would get gigs. Like, she was getting gigs out the ass. She would get gigs, she would get booked for baby showers, birthday parties, weddings, like, big events. And a lot of times, we're friends, so she would hit me up and be like, hey friend, do you think you could come and help me out? I got this gig, I need an assistant. So I'm like, sure. Now, some of the gigs Kyra would pay me for, and some of the gigs she wouldn't. That's fine, I didn't have a problem with that, because hey, like I said, we're friends, one hand wash the other type shit. That's the type of mindset that I have with my friends, y'all, okay? So Kyra went and she, created a little website, like a portfolio website. And then she made an Instagram page, and then she had like the Facebook like page. Most of her followers on Instagram, they came from her personal page. Kyra had maybe like almost 100K followers on Instagram. And a lot of them followers were men. So, I'm thinking that the following is probably coming from, pictures and videos. Kyra liked to dress a little provocative online, okay? And when we would go out to clubs. So I'm just like, these dudes is coming, they're following because they like how she looked, bottom line, okay? Once she posted on her personal page, that she's got this cooking business, she's doing like private chef work. Once she just put like a whole description of what she was doing, a lot of the followers came from her personal Instagram, and they went straight to the food page. A lot of these followers were men, okay? They were men. They were they were commenting on the pictures of the food, but it was provocative comments like, I wish I could put you in between the biscuit and sop you up. I would love to pour this gravy on your body. They was just writing crazy shit like this, y'all, okay? So I kind of came up with an idea. I was just telling Kyra, like, maybe you should just put just pictures of the food. Like, don't post pictures of yourself with the food, especially if these people are coming from, your personal pages. They know it's you cooking the food. They know it's your business. So you really don't have to post pictures of yourself, because look at the type of energy that's coming onto your page. You're getting these big events and stuff. So y'all get what I'm trying to say. So she was just like,
yeah, you know, I think you're right. I'm just gonna delete the pictures, like any pictures of me with the food. I'm gonna delete myself and just leave the food there.
so I'm like, all right, cool. It kind of worked, but it didn't work, y'all. Okay. So now here it is one day, and y'all already know every time it is one motherfucking day, it's some bullshit, right? Kyra hits me up and she's like,
Hey, you know, I got this booking. This guy booked me. He wants me to do food prep for him and his brother.
so I'm like, all right, dope. So are you gonna take the booking? She's like,
Yeah, you know, I already took it because they paying good. So, you know, I'm gonna need your help.
so I'm like, okay, so what day is it? Because, you know, I got my own set of thing going on. So she told me the date, y'all. I was just like, all right, I'll be there, I'll help. Now, whenever I go out with my friends, y'all, whether it be to a party, to a store, to anything, I always drove my own car. I did not ride share, okay, or car bunk, or whatever you want to call it. I took my own car, because whenever I feel like something is going to jump off, or I just feel like the energy is not right, or I just don't feel right, I can get in my car and leave. I don't have to sit and argue with this person as to why I'm leaving, you know, because then they have to leave because I came in their car. I just always drove my own car. So Kyra wanted me to ride in her car, where I was just like, no, I'm going to take my own car. So send me the address. Either I drive behind you or I'll just meet you there. And that's what we did. So this guy lived in Buckhead, okay? He had, you know, like a little parking garage attached to the building. So she's explaining to the guy, you know, like, I have an assistant. She needs somewhere to park her car, because the guy only had like one guest parking space, and then he had his parking space. So he's telling her where I can put my car at, you know, without it being towed. So I'm just like, you know, y'all short, because I don't want to come out and my car is towed. Then it's gonna be on y'all. Y'all gonna have to pay to get my car out of towing. So the guy's on the phone with her, and he's like, oh no, like, trust me, you're good. You know, all of my, when I have like over guests, I tell them to park over there. It's all good, and I'm kind of cool with the lady in the leasing office. I'm like, all right. So I parked my car there, and we go upstairs to this guy's house. So the guy had a very nice apartment. I'm not even gonna lie, it was really nice. It was a lot of wiggers in this apartment, maybe like 8. We walk in, and I kind of felt uncomfortable, because I'm just like, you know, it's just me and her, and then it's just 8 wiggers. So, but of course I was not alone. You know, Sylvia was around at this time. She had her leather jacket on. She's in my purse. You know, I'm like, all right, I'm cool. And then, you know, Kyra had her little friend in her bag too. So we're bringing the grocery bags in, because Kyra will always stop at a grocery store, and she would buy all the items that she needed for these bookings. So we go in the kitchen, and we're bringing these groceries in. We're taking the groceries out. The guy comes to the kitchen. So the kitchen was like kind of open, where there's like an island, and you can sit at this island. The island probably sat maybe like 5 stools. So he stands near the stool, and he's like,
Yeah, so you pretty much know how I want everything and the list of everything. You pretty much know what to do.
she's like, oh yeah, I wrote everything down that we talked about in DM, so yeah, I got it. He's like,
All right, bet.
he pulls the stool out, y'all, and he sits down. He's just staring at us. She's taking things out. She hands me like a block of cheese and a knife, and she's like,
Yeah, you can go ahead and start dicing the cheese up.
I'm like, all right. So I'm cutting this cheese. I'm at this island, the same island, and I got the cutting board, and I'm just cutting this cheese, and this guy is just sitting there like, so I'm just like, I really hope this guy he's not that type, you know, where, you know, somebody will hire you for something, or they'll ask you to do something for them, and then they want to sit and watch you do it. Okay, like, I don't know, y'all. I just get really, really annoyed when people sit and watch me create or watch me do stuff. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Even when I'm sewing or, you know, anything I'm doing, I just need to be in private. Even when I'm recording, y'all, I don't record until my husband goes out. All right? When my husband goes to work, goes out anywhere, that's when I record. Like, I just don't really feel comfortable, even though he knows what I'm doing. But yeah, back to the story. I just was like, damn, you know, I hope this guy's not one of those type, you know. So Kyra comes to this, you know, this island, and now she's cutting up the chicken. She's cutting chicken. She's dicing the chicken up or whatever. So this guy, we're gonna call this guy like Donovan. Shout out to all the Donovans. So Donovan is like,
I don't really know much about you, Kyra. Like, tell me something I don't know.
so Kyra was like,
I don't know. Like, what do you want to know? Like, I can't just come off the dome. You got to tell me what you want to know.
so he's like,
Well, first for starters, how old are you? Are you married? Are you single? Do you have kids?
like he's just bombarding her with a bunch of questions. So Kyra was like,
No, I'm single. I don't have any kids. I'm 27.
this is her age at the time. So the guy Donovan is like,
Oh, okay. So what made you want to get into cooking? Like, you know, what inspired you to be a cook, like a chef? Are you going to school for this?
he's just still asking her questions. So she's like,
Oh, I learned how to cook when I was 10, you know, and I just really took a liking to it. So I don't know, like, I just love it. I just love cooking.
so he was like,
Oh, okay.
so then he directs his attention to me. He's like,
How you doing, sweetheart?
so I'm like, hey, how you doing? Like, I already know, you know, everybody always considered me the mean friend, the mean sibling, just the mean girl, okay? Because I have RBF. And y'all know what RBF, resting bitch face, okay? So I'm just like, you know, hey, how you doing? And I'm cutting his cheese up. So he's like,
Oh, you don't look too happy.
so I'm like, I'm fine, I'm happy. He's like,
Like, oh, okay. So, are you married? Do you have any kids?
it's like he's literally asking me the same stuff that he asked Kyra. So I'm just like, I'm just an assistant, you know. I don't really have to do an interview with you. And he starts laughing. So he's like,
I like you.
so I'm like, and look back at, you know, the cutting board. I'm cutting the cheese up. He's like,
Well, I would at least like to know your age, you know, because I don't want to have young girls in my house and then I'm stuck with, you know, some pedo charges.
so I told him my age, y'all, okay? So I'm just still cutting up this cheese, all right? Because it was like, it was a big-ass block, and then it was another block. So I'm dicing this cheese up. She's now done with the chicken. She's going to the stove now to cook. So Donovan is now sitting there at this island thing, and he's staring, like he's just like he's looking at her ass. Now, Kyra had a very nice body, okay? People used to ask her if she had a BBL. That's the type of body frame that she had. It did look like she had a BBL, but she didn't. She was just naturally shaped like that. So Donovan is like,
Wow, I finally get to see this in person.
so Kyra turned around and was like,
You could go and sit out in the living room. You don't gotta sit right here. Like, you're making my friend uncomfortable.
so he's like,
I mean, she got a nice body too.
so y'all, Kyra asks him again, and then finally he gets up. He goes to the living room, okay? It wasn't like the living room was some far out space away from us, because it was literally right there. But he got up, he went to the living room, he sat on the couch with the other wiggers because they're playing a video game. So now, you know, I go over to Kyra at the stove. I'm like, is this like somebody off of Instagram? She's like,
Yeah, he booked me from Instagram, you know, but it's nothing like that. I promise you. Like, once we're done, we're out of here.
I'm like, all right, cool. So y'all, the rest of the evening, she's preparing this food. She's putting them in the bowls, just everything like he asked, the fruit, the cheese, the chicken, the salmon, whatever. So now we are done cooking. We're done preparing everything. She's got everything on the island, and she's taking pictures of it. Okay, and I have this light, and I'm just holding the light and following her as she's video recording and taking the pictures. This is for her Instagram. So she picks up 2 of the bowls and she's like,
do you think you can get a picture of me like while I'm holding the food?
so I'm like, I thought she said you was gonna take pictures of the food, like you wasn't gonna, you was doing a faceless business account. She's
Like, oh yeah, I'm still gonna do that, but you know, I just feel like once in a while I can post a picture of myself so people can know who they're booking.
all right, I get it. So I took the pictures of her, y'all. I took the pictures of her putting the rest of the food in the bowl, you know, like showing how she do everything. So now we are done. We have washed the dishes that we use, like we cleaned up. He comes over. He's like,
Oh wow, okay, this look really good. This look better than how I be looking online. Wow, I need the taste test. I need the taste test.
so 2 other guys come walking over and they're like,
Like, oh yeah, that look good. That look good as
so they're tasting everything. And Donovan is like,
damn. That tastes good. Alright, shorty. Okay, well, when can you come back and do another thing? Like, you know how to make lamb chops. You know how to make this. You know how to make that.
like she's like,
Yeah, I'm gonna make everything.
so he's like,
Alright, and the fruit is really fresh. I like how y'all set it up. Like, yeah, I want y'all to come back, both of y'all. I want y'all back.
Oh, most definitely, we'll definitely be back.
so y'all, the guy was like,
Yeah, we need to discuss payment for now and for future bookings.
so Kyra hands me 2 bags, okay, 2 Aldi bags. She's like,
Oh, you can take these downstairs to, you know, to your car. I'm coming down right behind you.
I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm just like, you know, maybe she didn't want me to hear the agreement. I don't know, y'all. This is her business. So I take the bags and I'm walking to the door. One of the guys come to the door. He's like,
Like, yeah, I hope I see you again.
I'm like, yeah, okay. But I went straight out the door. So I goes downstairs, y'all, and this same guy that had opened the door, he's coming behind me. He's like,
Like, oh, you forgot the eggs.
so I'm like, oh, thank you. So I put the eggs into the bag, and he's like,
Like, yeah, so where you from? You ain't from the A because you don't sound like us.
so I'm just like, I'm from New York City.
I kind of figured that. You got a man?
Yes, I do.
You got friends?
I don't want any friends.
Alright, what about an associate?
Same thing.
It's really not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I'm like, I'm not interested in anything you're trying to offer me.
I promise you, what I'm trying to offer you, you gonna forget about your man and everything else.
So I'm just like, yeah, you know, sorry.
Like, alright, well, let me see you the next time. And the next time after that, so I'm not even worried.
I'm like, all right. So I just get in the car, y'all, because I'm just like, you know. So I'm sitting in this car. I'm on my phone. I'm texting. I didn't call my mother and talk to my mother. I'm probably in this car maybe for like 45 minutes. And I'm just like, where the fuck is Kyra? Like, she has not come downstairs yet. So I go to my phone and I send her a text, all right? I'm like, I'm paranoid. I'm like one of the paranoid friends, you know. Whenever my friends come to me like, oh, let's go over here, let's do this. Or, you know, hold on, give me a second. Paranoid thoughts, intrusive thoughts, they run through my mind. Like, I should have stayed upstairs with her because now, what if they got her tied up somewhere and she can't get to her phone and tell me that she's tied up? Like, I'm just thinking of all kind of crazy stuff, y'all. So I goes into, you know, my text thread and I sends Kyra a text like, yo, are you good? So she texts back instantly and it's like, oh yeah, I'm still coming. Just give me a second. So I'm like, finally Kyra comes downstairs and Donovan's walking with her. So I noticed like Donovan didn't have a shirt on and he's got different pants on. So Kyra gets in her car and Donovan is like,
Alright, ladies, I'm gonna see y'all next week, right?
so Kyra's like,
Yeah, next week.
so he goes back into the building. Kyra's yelling. Kyra rolls the window, the passenger window down on her car. She's like,
Are you coming back to my house or I'm going to your house? Like, what are we doing?
so I'm like, yeah, I got your stuff in my back seat. Like, if you want, I can just put it in your car and you can just go ahead and head home. She's like,
No, I gotta pay you too. So Just I could come to your house.
So I'm like, all right, fine. So we drove to my house, y'all. We get out, and I'm handing Kyra her bags. She hands me $100 bill. So I'm like, oh, thank you. She's like,
Yeah, I know cooking is not your thing, you doing the exotic dancewear and stuff, but, he wants us to come back.
so I'm like, okay. I'm just not with the flirtatious stuff. I really don't like that.
Oh, no, like we talked about that already.
And this, that, and third, y'all. So she leaves, all right? I had agreed to help her. Let me go ahead and fast forward to get to the real tea. It's the weekend, okay? I don't remember if it was a Saturday or a Sunday, but I know it was the weekend. Kyra hits me up, and she's like, I know it's last minute, but I got booked to make breakfast. Do you think you come with me? So I'm just like, where? Like, where at? She's like, it's gonna be in Bankhead. So I'm like, Bankhead? Yeah. Somebody booked you to make breakfast in Bankhead? She's like, yeah, I know what you're thinking. It's not, the person is like legit. They live in a kind of okay neighborhood, area. I'm just like, okay. What time? So she's like, can you meet me like in an hour? Or I can come to you. So I'm just like, well, I'm driving my own car. So you could just send me the address and I'll pull up. She's like, all right, please don't flake on me. So I'm like, nah, I'll be there. So y'all, I drive to this house. I know y'all probably like, I drive to the house, y'all. I'm not gonna say it was in a bad area, all right, but it's kind of like the house was sitting in the inside of a block, but then when you drive out of the block, whichever way, it's like kind of crazy. It's crazy shit going on outside of it. Y'all get what I'm saying? I get there and I pull up. It's like this brown brick house or whatever, a little small brown brick house. I pull up, y'all, and when I get to the driveway, Kyra's car is there. So I'm like, all right, Kyra's here. So I pull in behind her car and I sends her a text like, hey, I'm outside. She responds and was like, okay, come to the door. The door is unlocked. So I get out, locks my car. I walks up to this house, up to the door. I opens the door and it's like this huge big ass dog comes running from the back of the house. So I run back out the motherfucking door and I closes the door. I closed the storm door because it was like a storm door. So this guy comes walking and he's got like, dreadlocks. Like he didn't have them, they didn't get a retwist in maybe 10 years. And he's like,
Milo.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the dog name. The dog name is Milo, okay? So if anybody's watching this, you got a dog named Milo, it's a pit bull in this area, then I'm talking about your ass, okay? So he's like,
Milo, get your ass over here.
So he comes running and he grabs the dog by the collar. So he's like,
my bad, shorty, my bad. You come on in.
I opens up the storm door and I come in and I'm like, I'm here with Kyra. He's like,
oh yeah, she in the kitchen. You good?
So I walk past him and I make a left and I go into the kitchen. Kyra's standing in this kitchen. She's got on negligee. And y'all don't know what a negligee is. It's lingerie. Like a teddy. And it was black. So I'm like, what the fuck did I walk in on? Like, what's going on here? So she's like,
Oh, I just need you to peel the shrimp and devein it, like slice it down the top. And
so I'm just like, where are your clothes? She's like,
it's a long story. But this is a good payout. I'm gonna pay you.
so I'm just like, okay. So I'm just looking at her. Like every other second, y'all, I would devein, peel the shrimp, devein it, and just look over at her like. So this guy comes into the kitchen and he's like,
yeah, I'm sorry about that, goddamn dog, just, he ain't gonna bite you or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
So I'm like, I mean, dog got teeth, dog gonna bite. He might not do it right away, but he's gonna do it.
Nah, you right. So how you doing? What's your name?
So I'm like, my name is Kane. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm alive.
I said, yeah, that's true. So I look back at Kyra, okay, and she's mixing up grits and everything. So he's like,
So, what is this? Like y'all, y'all like a dynamic duo, or how this go? Like you gonna change too, like what she got on, or?
I said, oh no, like this is me. This is what I got on. Cause in my head, I'm just like, I didn't even know Kyra was gonna be wearing no like this. So I'm just like, no, this what I got on. This what I'm wearing. When I cook like this. So he's like,
No, regardless of the fact, you're still pretty and like shoot. I can see the frame through the sweatpants,
So I'm just like, the cooking that we did, y'all, it was quick. Because she had made grits, scrambled eggs, waffles, shrimp, to go with the grits. She made 3 pieces of fish, and then she made like some type of juice. So y'all, she had everything sitting on his countertop. He comes in there, they're talking, he, ha ha, ka ka. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out to the car, take the bags and stuff with me. Same routine like we did the first time. So the guy is like,
oh, you leaving? I thought you was staying.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going outside. Like, my job here is done. I helped cook. He's like,
No, well, I thought we gonna chef up and cook up something else.
So Kyrie was like,
You want something else? Like, you want another dish? What you want?
So he's like,
Sweetheart.
So I'm standing by the door with the bags, and I'm just like, Kyra. So she's like,
oh.
So y'all, I went outside, okay? Like, I'm not a part of none of the whole activities. I went outside, I went to my car, I gets in, and I starts my car. So Kyra sends a text and was like, oh, don't leave. Like, I'm changing my clothes. So I'm just like, I put the thumbs up, okay? Because I'm confused. I'm confused and annoyed. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, are you selling food or are you selling koosh? Like, what's going on? So, once again, Kyrie did not come out. She came out maybe like 30 minutes later. So she comes out and the guy is at the door and he's as shirtless as like, I'm not even gonna say shirtless. He had a beater on and like the beater was like, okay, fellas, you know what I mean? When you take the shirt and put it behind you, okay, it looks like a little shawl, wife beater jacket. So he's at the door and he's like,
All right, sweetheart. So, what's next on the menu? You do dinner? You do dinners, right?
So she's walking to her car. She's like, yeah, I'll do dinners. I'm gonna send you the menu. He's like,
yeah, you do that. You do that. And all right, friend. Hopefully next time, you come and you on time for everything else.
Everything else like what? Everything else like what, buddy? So y'all, Kyra sends a text message and was like, oh, I have to get gas. Meet me at the Shells. So I meet her at the Shell gas station, okay? She gets out. She goes inside. She's getting her gas. I'm sitting there. She comes to the window and she hands me $150. So I'm just like,
Listen, I'm telling you, this cooking thing, this cooking business is like, you can make bank from this. Like, you can make bank.
so I'm just like, I see. So what's up with the, with the lingerie? Like, you didn't tell me, She's like,
Oh no, he had a special request. Like, he's just like, his dream is to have a woman in his kitchen cooking in lingerie. So, and he paid extra for that. So, I just went ahead and did it.
So I'm just like, Right on. Right on. So y'all. Fucking y'all. Let's go ahead and fast forward one last time. At this time, okay, I was just like, you know, me and Judo was dating. And I was starting to tell Judo about, you know, because he would ask, like, you know, how did it go? And I'm just like, I think I'm going to just, you know, stick to my sis, the one that I told y'all she cooked to. I'm going to just stick to her because I don't know what this girl has, what Kyra has going on. Like, it's giving koosh selling. That's what it's giving, okay? And you're just, like, you're putting a fence around it with the food, like, so nobody doesn't know what you got going on. So Judo was like,
Guy, well, you know, if you don't feel comfortable, then don't go.
so I'm like, yeah, all right, you're right. As the days went on, Kyrie was getting more bookings, like more and more, back to back. Like she was being bombarded with bookings. So I'm just like, you know, you're not getting party bookings no more. Like, you're not getting birthday parties, baby showers, nothing. Like, it's just wiggers. Like, something is just not right. Okay, it must be like a tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another motherfucking friend that Kyra is selling food. Like, what is going on here? So she was like,
oh, I don't know what's going on, but you know, I need these bookings because I gotta pay my car note, I gotta pay this, I gotta pay that.
So I'm just like, all right. She would try and, you know, like ask me, can I come with her to this booking? Can I come with her to that booking? And I was just decline. I'm like, yeah, you know, I got some orders I gotta work on. I really don't got the time. She's like,
all right, cool. Just let me know.
I want to say after maybe 3 weeks of declining, she hits me up one morning and she's like, I got another booking. The booking is like, it's good money. I'm like, congratulations. Like, what is it? What is it? A wedding? You know, what is it? She's like, oh no, this guy, you know, he's throwing like a going away party for somebody and he wants me to like cater the event. So I'm like, oh, okay. All right, now we're talking. So she's like, yeah, you know, he's going to do it at his apartment. Like, you know, he's moving and so is the roommate. So I'm like, so the event is not at a commercial space. It's in a Wigger's apartment once again. She's like, yeah, but you know, it's not like what you're thinking. Trust me. I'm like, all right. So y'all, I decided to go along with her, okay? Because she made it sound good. She said it was for a going away party. So when we get there, and I can't remember where this person was living at, pulls up to this apartment complex. It's really nice. I had got there before her. So I'm just sitting, I'm waiting, and then she pulls up. She pulls up right on the side of me. So she's like,
I got all this food and stuff, so we gonna, you know, I already text old boy and told him that, you know, we're outside. So he said he got the door unlocked.
This, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, cool. So she pulls the food out. We're pulling the food out, and she's got like this little wagon thing. Okay, so we putting the food on there, y'all. We goes up this little rampway, and we're walking to this guy's door. He lived on the main floor. So she taps on the door, and the guy is like,
yeah, come in. The door's open.
So she opens up the door. And she goes in, and then I'm coming in behind her. So the guy had this weird look on his face. He's like, and he's looking at me. So, you know, I take my hoodie off. I'm washing my hands, you know, washing my forearms. She's doing the same thing. And the guy is like,
so what's the deal?
And she's like,
what you mean?
He's like,
I didn't know you was bringing like a guest with you.
Oh, this is my assistant. I told you I have an assistant.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know she was coming.
Yeah, she's a part of what I'm doing.
He's like,
oh.
So y'all, the guy had wanted kind of like the same dish that the first guy we did had. So I'm here, I'm at this countertop, and I'm cutting up blocks of cheese and then strawberries and stuff like that. So she's at the sink and she's rinsing like this meat off, And this guy comes into the kitchen, okay? He comes into the kitchen and he's like,
so which one of y'all I'm gonna take first?
so y'all, I turned around and I'm just like, excuse me, what? So she's like,
Oh, you are so funny. Like, you are so hilarious. What the fuck are you talking about?
he's like,
I look like I'm joking. Like, what are you talking about? I said, which one I'm gonna take first?
so she was like,
Okay, you're overstepping your boundaries right now.
he's like,
No, you overstepping your fucking boundaries. Because to my understanding, from what we chatted about, it was just you, but you came with somebody else. So that means now I gotta pay both of y'all.
so I'm like, so y'all, I'm still holding on to this knife, but I turned completely around from the cheese and the countertop, and I'm just like, Kyra, what is he talking about? What conversation? Like, what the fuck is going on here? So she's like,
Hold on a second. Like, wait a minute. Like, what's going on here? Wait, calm down.
so the guy was like,
Yeah, you know, like you made sound one way in the messages, and now it's something else.
another guy comes from the back of the house, y'all, okay? He comes to the door, he's like leaning on the wall, and he's just like, he's just looking. So the guy was like,
Like, you know, like for all that, you can just leave. You can just get the fuck out. Like, don't play with my emotions.
like he's just getting real hostile. So Kyra was like,
You need to calm down. You really need to calm down. Like, you are really aggressive right now.
the other second guy, he goes to the refrigerator, he takes a soda out, and he opens the soda, and we all turn and look at him, okay? It was like the soda can opening diffused what was getting ready to jump off just by 5 minutes, literally. So we all turn around, we looked at him like, and he sips the soda and he's like,
What's up?
so Kyra was like,
Hi.
and the guy was like,
What's going on?
so I don't even give this guy a name. We're gonna call this guy Ted, okay? The aggressive Ted. So Ted is like,
I booked this bitch to make food. You know, she came with another bitch, and now everybody they trying to act stingy and shit with their coach.
and I'm just like, so I spins my purse around me, because I still have my purse on. I spins it around to the front of me, because now I need to take Sylvia out her jacket, okay? Whenever Sylvia come out her jacket, it's time for her to get to work. Because first of all, who are you calling a bitch? And then you talking about somebody acting stingy with their couche? This is mine, buddy. This is my couche. I do what I want with my couche. If I don't want to give it to you, I don't have to give it to you. Like, who the fuck are you? So Kyra was like,
Hold on. Wait, friend, wait.
so, you know, because he starts getting more riled up. So his friend was like,
Yo, Ted, man, like, what are you doing? Like, you want some greatness right now. You like, what is wrong with you? Like, you act like when they leave, we can't call some other hoes over here to get some coach.
he like,
Nah, that's not the agreement. That's not the fucking agreement.
so he pulls his phone out and he's like holding up the phone.
Like, this the agreement right here. This the agreement right here. She told me that she gonna come, she's gonna cook, she's gonna give me some coach. I'ma pay her and she gonna be on her fucking way. Like, what the fuck is up? You came with your friend, so I'm just asking, which friend am I getting? You talking about she down with the program?
So y'all, I just threw the knife down. I grabbed my jacket, you know, my sweater, and I'm walking to the door. So the friend was like,
Listen. Y'all just leave because I ain't never seen homie like this. This is crazy.
so I'm at the door now. I'm just like, Kyra, let's go. Just leave that food there. Let's go. So she's like,
This is crazy. Like, you literally lying. You're lying.
like she still want to argue with this guy. So the guy is in between Kyra and Ted. So I'm like, Kyra, you know, and then the guy is like,
Yo, just listen to your friend. Go with your friend.
so she's like picking up her stuff, the knives and everything, and she's putting it into this oldie bag. And the guy was like,
I'm gonna give you the money for the food. How much did you pay for this food?
She's like
$210.
God, I got you.
he goes in his pocket and he's counting money off to give to her. So Ted went to the back. He's yelling and screaming. He went to the back. He's like,
Yeah, like, homie's bugging. Just take this money. Just go, please. Don't come back. Block him online. All of that shit.
so y'all, I walks out of the apartment, okay? And mind you, this apartment was not empty. It had furniture and everything. And I seen like children's stuff. I seen like a baby walker. I seen a box of Pampers. So I'm just like, was I bamboozled? I was bamboozled. I was bamboozled by Kyra, and I don't think Kyra was bamboozled by him. They had some sort of agreement. Trust me. So y'all, when we get outside, I'm just instantly going off on Kyra. I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you sitting here making fucking agreements with wiggers to sell your coach for some, like, yo, are you fucking serious right now? You're click, you're done with. So she was like,
No, it's not even like that. He's making it seem one way when it's not.
so I'm like, you still ain't say. You're not saying. Then he pulling out messages. You said something to that motherfucker. So y'all, Kyra tried to come to my house like to explain, but I didn't want to hear it. I was just like, there's no explanation. Like, you're literally selling cookies that you cook, and then you're selling your cookies that's in your underwear. So I cut her off, okay? And on the ride home from there, I had called Judo. I was telling Judo. Judo was like, yo, I thought you said you was going to stop going places with her. So I'm just like, this is officially it. This is it. Because according to her, she was like, oh, it's a going away party. He's hosting a party at the house, okay? Like, he's moving out, so it's not really no furniture there. It was just a complete mess, y'all. A bunch of lies. I'm just like, Kyra's trying to start a toot business, and she's trying to recruit me some type of way, like, no. So yeah, y'all. Kyra ended up, she's not doing cooking anymore, and I just, it really bothered me because she really had a skill with cooking. She had a skill with cooking, y'all. And next thing I know, I see her with an OnlyFans link on her Instagram. And she's just doing some everything. Okay, so that's my story time. That's the end of this story time, y'all. I don't know where Kyra is to this very day. Okay, I don't know if she's still in Atlanta. I still do have her as a friend on Instagram, and she's gotten more provocative, but that's her business. Okay, I just want to tell the story time about the experience with Kyra and her cooking business. So yeah, y'all, if you like this story time, give this video a thumbs up and leave some comments. Have you ever experienced something like this? Have you ever had a friend that told you, they was doing one thing, they needed your help, when you got there, it was something else? Just write it below in the comments. Let's talk about it. If you didn't like this story time, you know the routine. I really don't give a damn. But hit that like button. So wherever you at in this crazy ass world, because you know this world is crazy, just go to your window or go outside and just be like, don't forget. They're going to be like, don't forget what? What you yelling for? Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another motherfucking friend that Mrs. Kane is on the motherfucking tube. Peace. I love y'all, and y'all be blessed.
It's gonna work out. I drop gems just for that. Yeah.